Hey everybody, Roxabox90 with a quick channel update and a discussion about a very special card. The first discussion is just about the channel in general, so I know there's been on and off some slowdown, but I'm trying to get out at least 2 or 3 videos a week, maybe more, and it's just general workload and trying to balance everything as well. I've been trading a lot, guys, so if you're looking at my binder, which is still up near the top, make sure to check the Gone section. I'm going to have to make a binder update soon because literally 50, 60 cards have been shifted. So we'll get into that. I'll have lots of confirmation videos in the future, hopefully. So let's talk about Snapcaster Mage. Not very long discussion, but I want to get into the fact he's been sitting very low on the value scale in terms of monetary value. A mere $30 you can get one, which is really saying something given that in the height of his heyday, not that he was the biggest standard card ever, but in the height of his heyday, while being in standard and all the other formats, he was about $30, at $30, $35. Here, he's still at $30. He's been out of print for quite a while. He sees play in every format. So the big question is, why is Snapcaster Mage so low in value? This is a guy who can fit into so many decks, so many style plays. He's incredibly versatile, incredibly powerful, one of the most powerful 2-drops ever printed, hands down, and he's in blue, so you think there'd at least be a tax on his value. So a few thoughts that I had in terms of what's going on with Snapcaster Mage. The first one is that he is a card that many people are unsure of in terms of speculation, in terms of value. Because yes, he's definitely going to go up, but with a card of his versatility, there's an expectancy that Wizards is going to print him again. As well as the fact that he's a rare, which means that given how popular Innistrad was, a lot of him was opened. And that means that the market itself is going to be able to support a rare for quite a while before it starts shooting through the roof. And for many, many cards, even with the coming of Modern, many cards that were rares, this is definitely the case, where they take a lot longer than their mythic counterparts to rise in value. And that's fine. He is also a card that the decks have to be a little bit more speed tempo based to really get his value out of them, because given that you're playing him, but then you have to have a lot of cards that are cheap, a lot of instants that are in graveyard, and yes, there are lots of decks like that, but not every deck on the planet wants to run him. His foil is far more premium at 130 right now, and it's going to keep climbing, especially if he continues to see play in Vintage and Commander. The foil is going to keep rising, that's for sure. But the regular guy, I could see him rising in the long term, in the next 6 months to a year, especially if he doesn't see play. I could see him rising up to about $40 to $50. But he's been kind of inflation compressed. He's been limited in growth, and I think that this gives an opportunity for a lot of people to get their Snapcasters while they can. I myself don't readily trade my Snapcaster Mages because, one, I want to be able to use them in the future, especially if they spike, and two is the fact that he's a card that I think is on par with most other multi-format powerhouses, and so you can't undersell him. You can't trade him for small stuff. He's not, even though his value isn't, probably dual land worthy, but he is, at least not yet, but as a card, he's still one that I think has a lot of room to grow. The compression on him is a bit befuddling, but I think it's because of some of the things that we mentioned. And if you guys have further thoughts about why you think his price seems pretty darn steady, if not deteriorating a little bit, then I'd love to hear those down below. Again, I'm hopefully going to have a couple of these kind of cards, where ones that I think are severely low for their power level, and my thoughts about where they're going. I'm not a huge speculation guy in terms of card values. I'm not a big finance guy this way, but I did want to give my 2 cents about a card that's one of my favorite ever printed, and a card that I think is seriously undervalued right now. And I hope that you guys, if you want to be able to play with him, I hope you get your cards, your Snapcasters soon. So thanks for watching, everybody. Put your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed the video, tap the like button. If you're new to the channel, check in and subscribe. As always, Roxabox90 signing out. I'll see you guys next time.